Hello everyone, it is my first video tutorial on Go language and I am also new in Go. So today I want to show you istty function which checks if a file descriptor is terminal or not. This function will work very similar to the function istty in C. It's gonna take a file descriptor and it's gonna return me in my case, it's going to return me true or false Boolean values. So if the file descriptor is terminal or tty, it's going to return me true, and otherwise it's going to return me false. And also I'm going to check that if in case of error it's going to return me false, or maybe we can log that error out. So let's begin. So I'm going to begin with writing function main and package main, and then I will write my own function. So istty function, as I mentioned, is going to take integer and returns me a Boolean value. That's why this is how you declare a function in Go. You write the func keyword and then the name of the function. I'm going to call it istty, and this function is going to take parameter file descriptor, which is going to be integer. So I'm just writing ft file descriptor, and its type is integer, and the return value, I am going to mention it here, will be bool. Okay, so then I will check if this file descriptor is tty or not. To check this one, we're gonna use istty type for istty type of syscall package. So there is a package syscall in Go. So let's write it. I'm declaring a variable and I'm going to call it stin, statin, otherwise, which is entered by will be entered by user and will be filled by with the data of this file descriptor. So, and its type is going to be syscall.stat t, and so I pressed Ctrl S, and import system call package is automatically imported, is automatically appeared on the screen. Then I will check if this file descriptor, then what will I do? The next step is to fill in stin with the data that comes, the data of file descriptor. So to fill in, we are using fstat function from syscall package, which takes as a first argument file descriptor. In my case, it's fd, and as a second argument, it's going to take stat-t data type and pointer to stat-t. So I'm going to pass the address of my variable, which is stin, and this function, as you see, is returns error. So I will check error. I am declaring it in a short way, error, and I assign this value, this outcome, to this error. And if so, I can error is equal to this, and then if error is not nil, I can log this error out to the screen. And also, if unsuccessful return or unsuccessful call, fstat function will fill in the data, will fill in stin with the data of file descriptor. So this stin, as you see, has these fields, which is dev, device id, inode number, mode, etc. So I'm gonna use mode, and I will compare its mode, because as I told you, terminal is a special file and it's a character file. So I'm gonna compare its I'm gonna do bitwise with another constant of syscall, which is called sefmt, which which gives us the file type, and then if the file type is character or not, and we will check it with another constant of syscall. So let's write it as the in mode. I'm writing return because I'm going to explain it to you why. And I am doing bitwise and with another constant of syscall, which is sefmt, and that will give us the file type. Stmod bits contains the file permissions and also file type, and we will do bitwise and to get we will do bitwise and with this constant to get only the file type. And if it is and we will check if it is equal to if char, which means that if it is equal to the character device file. So these are the constants that are defined in a system called package. And there are a lot of constants, as you see. So we will need only this constant to check the file type is character device or not, or in other words, it's a terminal device, or yes, TTY or not. Okay, this is our function istty, and I hope it's clear. And then we're gonna call this function, and as you see, okay, we can do log fatal error. All right, that's okay. Let's put it like that. So let's call this function. I'm gonna check this function for 3 file descriptors: standard input, standard output, and standard error. And these file descriptors are usually TTY, and they are 0, 1, 2. So that's why I'm declaring it I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, and I plus plus. And then istty function is return me a boolean. So let's write it. I'm gonna declare it as R, and then I'm calling istty function here, and I'm passing as argument I, which will be 0, 1, 2, 1 by 1, and then I am printing out I'm printing out the value which returns me, and this is boolean. I am using %t for my specifier, and I'm writing error here. And let's see. Okay, I need to write printf function, not println. Yes. To have formatted print on the screen. So let's run this one and let's see. Okay, so as you see, those 3 file descriptors 0, 1 and 2, they are all terminal, and that's why it returns me 4. And if I write this 4, it's gonna return me something bad file descriptor and exit status 1. Okay, so thank you for your attention. See you. Hopefully I will do more tutorials, and I will see you in next tutorial. If you have any question, write down on the comment section.